Hello guys. So today for math, we're going to talk about $1. So you might see $1 in word form, which is the word one and dollar, or you might just see $1 in dollar form, which is the $sign one, a dot or a decimal, and then 2 zeros. So today we're going to talk about $1. $1. So let's go get your math page 269. Let's go get your math page 269. Because really, we're actually going to walk through page 269 and 270 together. All right, so you should have your math page. Let's first look at the title and the objective. So your title says $1. The objective is to show $1 in a variety of ways. So this means that you're not just going to have it with 10 dimes, or you're not just going to have $1 with 2 half quarters, or you're not just going to have $1 with 4 quarters, 2 half dollars, or with 4 quarters. You're not going to have, you have to do it in various ways. So various ways meaning you can have it in maybe 2 dimes, 2 nickels, 2 quarters. It can go either way. You might even have some pennies. So we're going to learn the way of how to make a dollar using various coins, or using a variety of coins. Your vocabulary words are dollar, dollar sign, and decimal point. So dollar would definitely be this, which is a dollar, or the image of a dollar, which would be this. That would be an image of a dollar. Your decimal point or decimal sign would be the dot that divides the dollar amount from the change. Remember, your decimal or your dot would be right in the middle, which divides the dollar amount and your percent or your cents, whichever way you want to say it. And then, of course, your dollar sign is always the S with the 2 lines through it. Right? So learn. 100 cents is the same as $1. So 100 cents is equal to $1. So first you'll see one side that has 100 cents, which is 100 pennies. And then right beside it, you'll see an actual $1. All right, let's look at the clouds. The cloud says the decimal point separates the dollar from the cents. Now it says think. Count 100 cents to make $1. Guided practice. Use coins. Draw and label the coins to show $1. Write the total value. So the first thing they have is half dollars. So before you even look at this part, let's just look at half dollars. First, how much is a half dollar worth? We already know that a half dollar is definitely worth 50 cents. So how many 50 cents would I need to get to $1? That is where we have to find out. So I already know that 2 50 cents give me $1. So 2 of my half dollars will make $1. Got it? So for number 1, where it says half dollar, you should draw 2 circles with HD in both of them. And then on the line where it asks you to write the value, you should write $1, because 2 half dollars equals $1. Now let's go to number 2, where it says quarters. First off, I am well aware that quarters are worth how much? Great. Quarters are worth 25 cents. So I know that with 2 quarters, I'm automatically getting one of my half a dollars. So with 2 quarters, if I'm automatically getting one of my half a dollars, what if I add 2 more quarters? Then that gives me my other half dollar, which then gives me $1. Or if I do 25 plus 25, which gives me 50, and then I do another 25, which gives me 75, and then I add another 25, that's always going to give me $1. So remember, 4 quarters equals $1. 2 half dollars equals $1. All right, let's look at number 3. It says dimes. So first things first, I am well aware that a dime is worth how much? A dime is worth 10 cents. So if a dime is worth 10 cents, how many tens would I need to get to $1? Let's see. I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 or $1. So that looks like about 10 dimes will get me to $1. So for number 3, you need to draw 10 circles with the letter D inside. You can either write the letter D or you can write the value of a dime, which would be 10 cents. Either way, it still counts. So 10 dimes give me $1. So see how quick that was? We just knocked out the front, 1 through 3. So always remember that when it comes to half a dollars and I'm trying to make $1, I'm going to need 2 half dollars to make $1. When it comes to quarters and I'm trying to make $1, I'm going to need 4 quarters to make $1 because 1 quarter is worth 25 cents. So if I add 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus the last 25, it's going to definitely give me $1. And then I know that 10 dimes give me $1 because 1 dime is equal to 10 cents. All right, now let's move on. Flip your page over and let's go to page 270. This one says independent practice. So for independent practice, it wants you to circle coins to make $1. Cross out the coins you do not use. Right now, I am going to give you all a sneak peek of what you have to look forward to on page 270. So on page 270, it's asking you to circle the coins that make up $1. Every coin that you do not use, put an X on it. So I kind of gave you a head start. I circled 3 of the coins that I'm going to use to make my dollar for number 1. So for number 1, I could definitely use a dime. And I can definitely use a half dollar. So a half dollar plus a dime, which is 50 plus 10, gives me 60. Nice. So then now I'm adding another dime. So now 60 plus a dime gives me 70. Job well done. So now I'm at 70 cents. Now it's time for me to get to $1. I have to get to $1. So can I add a quarter to that? I can. So if I add a quarter to my 70, so now my quarter is worth 25 cents. We learned that in the beginning that a quarter is worth 25 cents. So I have 70 and I'm trying to get a quarter onto that. So that means that 70 plus 20 gives me 70 plus 20 gives me 90. Okay, so I'm already at 90, but I'm not quite the whole 25 yet. But I did add 20. Now let me add 5 so that I can have my entire quarter added in. So now 90 plus 5 gives me 95. Okay, so I'm even closer to my dollar than where I started. So now I'm at 95. Now there's only 1 coin. Well, no, there's 2, but then I can use only 1 coin to get me completely to $1. Not over, but directly at $1. What is that 1 coin that I can use? If you chose a nickel, you are correct. Because remember that a nickel is worth how many cents? A nickel is worth 5 cents. And if I had 95, I only needed 5 more cents to make it to $1. So now that I have my 5 coins that I'm going to use to make my dollar, I can now put X's on every other coin that I did not use. So remember, do not put X's on the coins until you have reached your dollar amount. All right. So again, I used a dime, a half dollar, a dime, quarter, and a nickel. So let's count it up to make sure that we didn't miscount. So a half dollar plus a dime gives me 60 cents. Nice. And then I add another dime, which gives me 70. Really good. Then I add a quarter, which gives me 95. And then I add a nickel, and that gives me $1. All right, let's look at number 2. Number 2, we're doing it the same way. We're just trying to find another way of using different coins. So my first available coin is a what? If this coin has a Q in it, then it's called a quarter. Good job. And how much is a quarter worth? 25 cents. Let's circle my quarter. And to be honest, I am a quarter close to $1. I have 3 quarts to go, but I am a quarter close to $1. So right now I have 1 quarter. What is the next available coin that I can use to get me even closer to $1? Well, let's see. The next available coin is a what? A nickel. And how much is a nickel worth? 5 cents. Okay, so we can circle that. So right now we're at 25 plus 5 gives me 30. Nice. So right now I'm at 30 cents. Well, then I have a dime here that's open. What if I add a dime to 30 cents? What is that? That is 40 cents, so I can use my dime. What if I add another dime to 40 cents? What is that? So that's 10 plus 40 gives me 50. Okay, I can circle that. Let's keep going. Keep in mind, though, we're making it to $1, not $1.05, not $1.10, not $1.02, just $1. All right, so right now I'm at 50. Let's keep going. You ready? What's this next available coin? A nickel. So 50 plus 5 gives me 55, all right? And then there's another available coin here. That is another nickel, and 55 plus 5 gives me 60. Nice. Uh-oh, there's another kind of coin, but this one doesn't have an N in it. It actually has a Q. And how much is a quarter worth? 25. So 60 plus 25 gives me 85. Good job. So right now I'm at 85. Uh-oh, I am even closer to what? To $1. All right, I'm at 85 right now. We're going to skip over the pennies. Let's skip over the pennies because right now we're at a good start. Let's skip over the pennies. So right now we're at 85. Let's go to this coin here. It has a D in it, so it's called a dime, and a dime is worth what? 10 cents. So 10 cents plus 85 gives me 95. Nice. Uh-oh. I am really close. I am knocking at the door of $1. All right, I'm at 95. What if I add another dime to 95? What does that give me? That gets me to $1.05. But do we want $1.05 or do we just want $1? We just want $1. So we're going to skip that dime. What if I add a quarter to it? Let's see. 95 cents plus 25 cents. What does that leave me? Think. 95 plus 25. Somebody got it. That gives me $1.20. Do I need $1.20? I don't think I need $1.20. So we're just going to skip the quarter, but we're still at 95. All right. So we're just going to skip all 3 quarters, actually. Then we're going to go down. Uh-oh, there's another dime. 95 plus a dime gives me $1.05. So we can't use a dime. Remember, we only need $1, not $1 over, not $1.05, not $1.02. We just need $1. So we're going to skip that dime. But here's a coin that I think we need. It has an N in it, so it's called a nickel. Nice. And a nickel is worth 5 cents. So if I have 95 plus 5, what does that give me? That gives me $1. Job well done. So now I have my dollar. So all other coins that I did not use, I'm going to go put X's on them. Because right now they're not valid because I didn't use them. All right, so now, before we say that we got the right answer, let's go double check. So a quarter plus 5 equals 30. Nice. 30 plus 10 gives me 40. 40 plus 10 gives me 50. 50 plus 5, 55. 55 plus 5, 60. 60 plus 25, 85. Good job. 85 plus 10, 95. And 95 plus 5, $1. So exactly the same concept that you did here with number 1 and 2 of using different coins or using a variety of coins to make $1. You're going to do the same thing on page 270. All right, friends. So all you have to do now is numbers 1 through 4 on page 270. You got this.